Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, January 8, 2021. 10 judges were sworn into higher office yesterday by Governor-General Sir Patrick Allen. While commending the judges on their appointment, the Governor-General urged Jamaicans to support the development of the country's judicial system, which contributes to a stable and equitable society.
As we make excellence our watchword and justice the framework of the sustainable future to which we are all committed.
Sir Patrick praised the judiciary for finding innovative ways to ensure that justice is still being dispensed despite the pandemic. The judges sworn in are Vivienne Harris, who was appointed to serve as a judge in the Court of Appeal effective January 11, and Carol Barnaby, who will serve as puisne judge as of January 7. Icolin Reed, Vaughn Smith, and Tara Carr were appointed acting puisne judges, also with effect on January 7. They are joined by Pamela Mason and Anne-Marie Lawrence Granger as acting puisne judges, taking up their appointments between January 7 and March 26. Kamar Anderson was sworn in as Master in Chambers, while Stephanie Orr and Sharon Reed Clayton will act as Masters in Chambers. Still on justice, effective February 2021, jury trials are to resume on a phased basis for the Home Circuit Court and some rural circuit courts of the Hillary term. Jury trials for matters excepting where the death penalty is an issue will proceed at courts that can accommodate jurors with adequate space for physical distancing. These include the Hillary Session of Circuit Courts in Kingston and other courts in St. Catherine, Westmoreland, Portland, Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, St. Elizabeth, and St. Mary. In parishes where no jury trials are to occur, cases that can be adjudicated without a jury are to proceed. In order to accommodate jury trials, the judiciary will be using 2 courtrooms to hear a single matter. Matters that would usually be dealt with at the parish courts will be transferred to outstations to facilitate physical distancing. There was no ceremonial opening for the circuit courts for the Hillary term, which started on January 7. For further information on jury trials, persons may contact the Court Administration Division at 876-613-8800 or visit the CAD's website at www.cad.gov. The Ministry of Education has received 500 devices in support of its One Laptop or Tablet per Child initiative from Huawei Technologies Company Limited. Portfolio Minister Fable Williams thanked the company for its continued support and urged other entities to participate in the initiative.
Recently, we have begun to get students back into the face-to-face mode, but as I've always said, regardless of whether or not we come back to full face-to-face, technology will remain a permanent part of our education system.
Regional Executive of Huawei Technologies, Bo Zhou, says the company is committed to improving digital education and the development of ICC infrastructure locally.
Huawei believes that access to education is vital to create opportunities that support fair and sustainable development. Today, we are proud to cooperate with the government of Jamaica and all of you.
To date, the Chinese multinational technology company has donated a total of 700 tablets to the Jamaican education sector. These include 200 devices to the University of Technology and the University of the West Indies, Mona. Meanwhile, the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission, JADCO, presented Guys Hill High School, Ensom City Primary, and Eltham Park Primary with a total of 95 Samsung tablets this week. The handover ceremony was held on Wednesday at JADCO's office in Kingston. Ensom City and Eltham Park Primary received 35 Samsung devices each. Guys Hill High School was presented with 25 tablets for having the most participants online at the 7th Annual Junior Athletes Anti-Doping Education Workshop for Region 1. The 2020 series of workshops were held virtually for the first time due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Sport Minister Olivia Grange says the donation is part of a broader initiative that JADCO is now executing in collaboration with the Ministry of Education to increase public awareness on anti-doping. She says this will involve introducing anti-doping as part of the primary school curriculum. Over 300 junior athletes and their support personnel from 4 regions across the island attended the virtual series of the 2020 Junior Athletes Anti-Doping Education Workshops. In the upcoming weeks, 75 Samsung tablets will be presented to schools from the remaining regions. And finally, the Ministry of Health and Wellness has put together a number of initiatives geared towards the control of diabetes in Jamaica. Director of Non-Communicable Diseases, Dr. Nicola Skyers, says one of the main activities is to increase publicity around the prevention and management of the disease. She says the ministry is in the process of scaling up and developing media campaigns to help disseminate the information to the population. The aim is to increase awareness around matters such as the fact that controlling diabetes is not only about taking medication. Dr. Skyers points out that weight management is also important to dealing with diabetes. With that in mind, she says the ministry's food-based dietary guidelines will help people understand food groups and how to plan meals to meet the recommended dietary allowance, which is the average daily level of intake that is sufficient to meet nutrient requirements. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.